सान्द्रानन्दावबोधात्मकमनुपमितं कालदेशावदिभ्या निर्मुक्तं नित्यमुक्तं निगमशतसहस्रेण निर्भास्यमानम् अस्पष्टं दृष्टमात्रे पुनः उरुपुरुषार्थात्मकं ब्रह्मतत्त्वं तत्तावत् भाति साक्षात् गुरुपवनपुरे हन्त भाग्यं जनानाम् अग्रे पश्यामि तेजो निबिडतरकला यावली लोभनीयं पीयूषाप्लावितोऽहं तदुतरे दिव्यकैशोरवेशं तारुण्यारम्भरम्यं परमसुखरसास्वाद रोमाञ्चिताङ्गैः आवीतं नारदाद्यैः विलसदुपनिषत् सुन्दरी मण्डलैश्च
Gurupavanapure Hantabhagyam Jananam. Namaskaram to all the Astikas. Here in this Dashakam, Bhattatri comes out of the Krishnavataram incidents and talks about the Paratvam of Krishna, who is essentially Sriman Narayana. In no way does he try to disrespect the other Devatas, but he says that based on his understanding and research, it is proven that Krishna, Narayana, is supreme. So he builds this Dashakam and the forthcoming Dashakam that way. Rama jani jani yadiha tava bhakteshu vibhavo na sampadyaha sadyastadiha madakritva dashaminam prashantim kritvaiva pradishasi tatah kamamakhilam prashanteshu kshipram na khalu bhavadiye chutikatha. Hey Rama jani iha vibhavaha. Oh, the one who is the Natha for Rama, who is Mahalakshmi, Rama jani iha vibhavaha. In this very world when we are living, vibhavaha, the prosperity that is accrued, na sampadyaha sadyaha tava bhakteshu. Your devotees do not get all the prosperities that they desire immediately. It is proven. Not every bhakta desires for prosperity. Even if they desire, they don't get it immediately. Iti yat aham jane. Which fact I don't understand, says Bhattatri. At the same time, he says, when they are praying to such a supreme person, they have to get. So, but they don't seem to get, which I don't understand. But then later, after contemplating, he says, I do understand. There is a reason why you delay that prosperity. Tat iha madakritatvat. Because the moment you give opulence to that devotee, that will give them pride, arrogance. And when there is arrogance, bhakti goes away. So, tat iha madakritatvat ashaminam. For those who have not attained the tranquility of mind, pradishasi akhilam kamam yeva. You grant all kinds of desires. You fulfill all their wishes that they have. Tatah kritva prashantim. Then after having made their minds calm, their minds are always calm. Prashanteshu pradishasi kshipram. For those who are already tranquil, you grant quickly all that they desire. Bhavadiye. For those who are devoted to you, chuti kathana kalu. There is no question of downfall at all. So for those who do not have tranquility of mind, who are very unstable, you grant whatever they want. On the other hand, for those who are completely stable, who desire certain prosperity, you delay. But the point remains, Bhagavan, you have a reason for granting or not granting, and especially your devotees never have a downfall. Chuti katha na khalu. There is no question of their downfall. Sadyah pramada rushitan vidhi shankaradin kechid vibho nijagunanu gunam bhajantaha bhrashta bhavanti bata kashtama dirgha drishtya spashtam vrikasura udaharanam kilasmin. He vibho kechit. Oh, the one who pervades everywhere. Some people, there are a few people, kechit, nija gunanu gunam, following their own vasanas of their purva janmas, of the iha janma, adirgha drishtaya. They don't have a long sight, they have a short sightedness. They just want to attain this and that in a short period of time. Bhajantaha vidhi shankaradin. They end up worshipping other devatas. There's nothing wrong, but with the short sightedness, they end up worshipping Bhajantaha vidhi shankaradin. Vidhi Brahma, Shankaradin, Shankara, Maheshwara et al. Sadhyaha Pramada Rushitan. And they who are quickly pleased. Small penances, small austerities that they do impress upon their devatas. Sadhyaf Pramada Rushitan. And they are people who get easily impressed or easily angered. You can either anger them very easily or please them very easily. Bhavanti Bhrashtaha Bata Kashtam. And finally, after receiving those boons, they end up facing the downfall. Bhavanti Bhrashtaha Bata Kashtam. What a pity it is. Spashtam Udaharanam Asmin. It's an apt example in this regard. Vrikasuraha Kila. Is Vrikasura indeed? Is there an example for this? Yes, Vrikasura is an example. Now, Bhattatri goes on to describe what this Vrikasura Vrittanta is. Shakunijaha Sato Naradamekada Tvarita Toshama Prichamadhishwaram Sacha Didesha Girishamupasitum Natu Bhavantam Abandhum Asadhushu Saha Shakunijaha Tu. That son of Shakuni. Shakuni has nothing to do with Mahabharata Shakuni. There was a person called Shakuni. His son was called Vrika. This Vrika, Ekada Aprichat Naradam, once asked Narada Maharshi, Adhishvam Tvaritatosham, which name that deity, name that devata who can be pleased very easily. Adhishwaram Tvaritatosham. Tvaritatosham means who could be pleased. Mahashiva, Mahadeva, Rudramurti is called Ashutoshi. He is the one who can be pleased very easily. Saha Chadidesha Upasitum Girisham. The one who sits on the hillock called Kailasham, that Shiva needs to be worshipped, was Narada's answer. Saha Chadidesha Upasitum Girisham. Natu bhavantam abandham asadushu. And who is not the friend of the wicked. So, now you can take it in two ways. Shiva is very pleasing towards his devotees, gets impressed, so he's never for those people who are always wicked. That is one meaning. Second thing, he says, Natu bhavantam abandhum asadushu. So he was directed to Mahadeva because he said, I need to impress upon someone very quickly. I have very little time. So Narada directed him to Mahadeva. Why didn't he direct him to Narayana? To which he says, Natu bhavantam abandham asadushu. Nobody will be desirous of attaining you if their thoughts are wicked. Only with purified thoughts they can reach you. Tapastaptva ghoram sakhalu kupitaha saptamadine shirah chitva sadhyaha puraharamupasthapya purataha atikshudram raudram shirasi karadanena nidhanam jagannathad bhavre bhavati vimukhanam kvashubhadhihi taptva ghoram tapaha saha. By performing severe penance, very long time that penance was performed. Kupitaha Saptamadine Kalu. On the seventh day, when that Ghora tapas was performed, Saptamadine, he had no patience, this Vrika. So, Chitva Shiraha Sadhyaha. He himself beheaded. He took his head and put it into fire. Upasthapya Puraharam Purataha. Shiva stopped him from doing so and appeared in front of him. Vavre Atikshudram Raudram. And sought a boon which was extremely mean and cruel from Mahadeva. Mahadeva's Ashutoshi he will grant. But what was a boon sought by Vrika? Jagannathat, O the Lord of Universe, Nidhanam Karadanena, with the power that you grant, Nidhanam Karadanena, in whosoever, where my hand is kept, Shirasi, in whosoever head my hand is kept, that person should face death. Nidhanam Karadanena Shirasi, Nidhanam. If I place my hand, palm, on somebody's head, Karadanena Shirasi, Nidhanam, that person should die. Kwa bhavati shubhadhihi. Now Bhattatri wonders, what kind of a boon is this? I keep my head on somebody and they should die. How can such an evil thought occur? To which he says, Kwa bhavati shubhadihi. How can good sins prevail in someone? Vimukhanam bhavati. Who are against to you, Krishna. If they are against you, they will never have noble thoughts. They will have only such evil thoughts. Moktaram bandha mukto harinapatiriva pradravotsotharudram daitya bhitya smadevo dishi dishi valate prishthato dattadrishtihi tushnike sarvaloke tava padamadirokshyanthamudvikshya sharvam Dura devagratasthvam patu vatu vapusha tasthishe danavaya atha saha pradravat rudram. That Vrikasura who has obtained boon of placing or giving death to a person on whose head he places his head, now started chasing Shiva. Pradravat rudram, he said, I need to test it. Harina patihi bandha muktaha, as a lion that is let from its fetters. So, till you keep it within its fetters, the lion will act as if it is very controlled. The moment you let it, moktaram iva, it will rush towards the rescuer. So, the one who is rescued, it will be the one who will be attacked by the lion. Devaha, bhitya, daityat, valate, sma. And out of the fear caused by that asura, dishi dishi dattadrishtihi prishtataha, running in all directions, looking backwards, sarvaloke, tushnike bhitya. Now the entire world had fear. Array, Shiva is being chased. What is going to happen to our state? Tushnike bhitya tvam durat eva udvikshya sharvam. From a distance you saw Shiva running. Adhiroksyantam tava padam, was about to climb your abode. Tasthishe agrataha danavaya. You did stand in front of him. You cannot take any harm that is meted towards Vaishnavanam aham shambhu to Mahadeva. You cannot withstand that. So you stood in the middle. Tasthishe agrataha danavaya. Patu Vatu Vapusha, assuming the form of a very clear celibate boy. So, assuming the form of a very clear boy, very clever boy, very charming, you stood in front of that asura, thereby stopping him momentarily from chasing Shiva. What happened after that? How does this prove Narayana Paratvam? And is there any other episode that Bhattatri takes us through in this Dashakam? All that in the next episode.
कल्याणरूपाय कलौ जनानां कल्याणदात्रे करुणासुधाब्दे कंवादिदिव्यायुधसत्कराय वातालयाधीश नमो नमस्ते. नारायण 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 नारायण. रामचन्द्रं भावयामि रघुकुल तिलकम् उपेन्द्रं रामचन्द्रं भावयामि. Namaskaram to all the Astikas of the United States of America. This is the third leg of my tour in 2025. I will be extremely delighted, very humbled and honored to be visiting very many cities during this tour. There are about 9 programs which are titled Katha Nrityam. It is a combination of me speaking and Vidushi Ramya Ramnarayan dancing to it. The theme is Ramachandram Bhavayami. So, it is of course going to be a treat to the ears and to the eyes. Katha Nrityam. This is going to be held in 9 locations on the 18th of July at Chinmaya Mission, Vrindavan, New Jersey. 19th of July at Rochester, New York State, and this is being organized by GC Vedic, followed by the event in New Jersey again at Morganville, organized by Golden Elephant Events. 24th of July, we will be presenting at Madison, Wisconsin, Milwaukee. So we will be presenting it at Milwaukee, followed by 26th of July at St. Louis, at the Murugan Temple of St. Louis. Then on the 27th of July at the Hindu Society of Minnesota in Minneapolis. On the 1st of August at Sri Sharadamba Temple, South Center in Houston. And on the 2nd of August at the Hindu Temple of Florida in Tampa. And the 3rd of August at Sri Ashtalakshmi Krishnalayam in Orlando. Well, these are 9 programs of Katha Nrityam. Besides, I will also be rendering discourses in English, independent discourses on 4 different topics at the SVBF Sharadamba Temple, North Center in Detroit between the 28th and 31st of July, and 2 days of lectures at the Hindu Temple and Culture Center of Long Island in New York State on the 21st and 22nd of July. So please do visit the respective posters to know the exact location, the venue, and the timings. Namaskaram. See you all soon.